Andy and Dave Daily right here on the Muskegon channel. I'm Andy O'Reilly. There's Dave Cackley. It is Tuesday. Beautiful sunshine out there today. I actually caught the garbage man on Ring, which was fun.
Oh, really?
So I put a little video out there on my personal Facebook page for everybody to just watch the garbage man do his thing.
That's cool. I
In,
always say,
out.
you know what? I mean, aside from the stench, I think
Well,
that's an
maybe.
underrated job. I
They
think
get
that's I
paid.
think,
They make some
yeah,
money. They're,
yeah,
they ain't hurting. Good
mm-mm,
job. And
yeah,
if you think about
absolutely.
this, if you get up, you're done by probably 10, 11 o'clock in the morning.
hmm
You get, hey,
Now,
life
I saw
choices,
men at work. I saw
right?
men at work.
Right?
You're hitting the beach and you're going surfing with Charlie Sheen and Emilio
How
Estevez.
could you get
It's
better
all
than
good.
that?
You can't.
It's just the best.
You've won life. Congratulations to all the
Amen.
garbage men.
So, yesterday, when you go places for work and
hmm
you videotape things, you run into people, and it's always an adventure when you meet somebody new every day. Um, Yesterday we were taping some cooking shows, and we went to a guy's
Nice.
house who is a wild game chef, which was kind of cool.
Yeah.
So we meet, and we talk, and all of a sudden this little 3-year-old face comes out from around the corner, and I'm like, "Hi, how are you?" And she's like, "Who is your daughter?" And I'm like, "Oh, okay. Well, let's get right down to getting to know each other." I said, "Well, my daughter's Teresa," and we
hmm
went back and forth and round, and she holds up a cup and she says, "I'm having a smoothie." Oh, very nice. She says,
Nice.
"I also have a whatever." And I'm like,
hmm
"You have a what?" And she says, "A whatever." She couldn't pronounce it.
Right.
And I said, "Oh, okay." And her mom comes around. She goes, "She's trying to tell you she has a suppository because she's having a little difficulty going to the bathroom." So a smoothie and a
Oh my
suppository.
god! Hey, what a better way to start the day? I can't. That's a
And I'm like,
breakfast that gets me going in the
"Well,
morning.
that's very interesting. Well, good luck with your smoothie and
Oh,
suppository. I hope everything's
bl-
good."
bless her heart. That is awesome. That really is.
Oh man.
Oh God.
She's like,
Oh,
"Honey,
so
you don't need to tell everybody
no,
everything, you know."
right. See, that's what's great about kids. Three. You honesty peaks at three. I believe that wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
You're never more honest than when you're 3 years old. You spend the rest of your life with just kind of various forms of lying, pretty much. But yeah, when you're three,
Let it
it's
out.
stream of consciousness. Whatever comes out
That's right.
is your thought at the moment, which is kind of what I did yesterday when we got in that little discussion
Uh-oh.
about given because I wrote because I texted you right after we had that discussion about giving money, paying off some kid's lunch bill or paying off the coffee for the dude behind you in
Yeah.
line at the Starbucks. And I thought, I was thinking it's like you could do both. Here's the thing though, with the and again, I was looking at it. I should have just said, you know what, that's a nice gesture. I overthought the whole thing, and it made me look like kind of a dick. So,
Kind of a dick.
um, well, no, well, because I was addressing it from a macro standpoint, trying to get into and we didn't need to do that. It's just a nice gesture.
But
But here's
but
why
kind
we
of?
don't do that. Okay,
It made you look a
look, I
lot of a
just,
dick.
okay, I think you may be blowing it a little out of
No,
proportion.
I'm
But
not.
anyway,
But anyway, go ahead.
but anyway, this is why we don't do that. Why you do it for the guy behind you and you don't do it for the kid in school. A couple reasons. First of all, it's very, very easy. It's very convenient. It's a very convenient way to do something good. Hey, guy behind me, I'll take care of his coffee.
Yeah.
And that's easy. You're not going to drive to somebody's school and try to figure out who the poor kid is in the school and go, I'm going to pay off his lunch account.
No.
Not gonna happen. We don't
But
have that. We don't have that in. We do when we do charity, and I'm speaking in general. When we do charity, we'll do it. If we can click on. I mean, like you'll give to a GoFundMe account. Oh, you're on Facebook. This takes literally nothing. It's a couple of clicks of your thumb.
yep.
Here's $20 for somebody, and you feel like a hero.
Yep.
And that's just how we do it.
I would say though that what you missed yesterday was the idea that it's so easy to pay for a $7 cup of coffee behind you.
Mhm. Yeah,
However,
that was my whole point now.
I dropped
It's
the
easy.
suggestion that if you were to apply a little of that charitable mindset to the idea of going to a school
Mhm.
with $7 or $20 or $100 or whatever you can give, and you walk into the office and say, "Hey, look, I don't know anybody in this school. I don't know anything that's going on. Could you take this $100 and put it on some lunch accounts for me, please?"
It all depends on how much you trust
So
the administrative assistant
that's because
with
okay, here we go. Because all the
I'm just
administrative
saying.
assistants are
I
thieves,
don't
and
know. I
yep,
know cuz
that's it, Dave.
times being what they are, you just
That's
don't
right,
know.
Dave. Make everybody a suspect. Way to
I'm not
go.
saying that. I'm just saying you got to know cuz I knew some administrative assistants back in the day, back when we called them secretaries, and for some reason that's a bad word now. But that you know what, you don't make a ton of money at that job. You
Do
know,
you
it's kind of
think?
thankless. You're dealing with awful kids every day, and let's be. And I have a child, so I'm overqualified. Kids can be just awful.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't necessarily even fault them for taking like, you know what, in their head they could be like, you know what, we're not going to make them pay this off anyway, so I'll just take that cash and mama's getting a new skirt
Okay.
or whatever, or a nice new pair of
They
shoes or
wouldn't
something.
have
I'm
anything
just
in
saying.
place like a procedure if a donation came in where they had to fill out paperwork and say where it came from or any of that kind of
I'll see
thing.
that. Well, there again. Okay. Once you just go in there and say, "Hey, I want to give this money," and then they make you fill out paperwork. Look, I'm just trying to be nice. Here, you take it and you do whatever you want with it. Again, this is just not what we do. We want charity to be easy. I'm just telling you, this is how individuals pretty much operate. They don't
Okay.
want to. I'm not saying that's not a good idea. I'm saying people aren't going to do it
You
by
are
and large.
worse than a woman. You know that?
What?
You are
You
literally
said that.
I
You
just did.
said that. I
Yeah,
didn't
I
say
just
that.
did.
I'm
I
worse
mean,
than a woman. Okay.
you can overcomplicate the easiest shit I've ever heard. And
No, you just
your
okay. You're
level of
not looking at how
paranoia is off the
complicated that
hook.
is.
You know,
It's
it,
not
it's
paranoia.
paranoia.
I'm not paranoid.
Oh, the
I'm just saying
secretary's going to
because I would
steal it.
understand it. I'm just saying I I wouldn't. I don't know.
Oh,
I'm just saying I'm just saying there are some issues with doing that. Although I'm not against doing that. I'm just telling you the potential pitfalls. Although they probably won't. You're right. Odds are the secretary or the administrative assistant is going to pay off the kid's lunch thing. So you're probably right.
wow.
But again, I wouldn't even
Wow.
fault him for taking it. I
Wow.
wouldn't even fault him for taking it.
Wow. Wow. As the
I mean,
world famous Christopher
it's not
Walken once
morally right.
said, wow, wow, wowie, wow, wow.
Anyway,
Anyway, do some news
but
for
no,
us.
good suggestion.
Yeah.
Uh, what?
Secretary's just going to steal it. I don't
I
want to do
didn't.
nothing
Okay, look.
good. I don't want to.
No, I just
That
said
guy
go.
in the
I said
Lexus
do
behind
it.
me. I want to pay for his coffee because maybe he's going to
Oh,
take
have
down my
you ever
license
seen
plate
a
number and leave
guy?
me in his
Have you
will.
ever seen a guy in a Lexus do that? I'm saying, first of all, it's so cheap you could actually do both things for less than $20. I'm poor and I could do that. I'll pay for the guy's coffee, but odds are I'm probably not going to drive to the school and pay off any kid's lunch account. Uh, I probably not. That's just me. Maybe you're a better human being than I am. Maybe others are as well. I'm just telling you the way I would probably
Right.
operate in that situation. But
But where
but
you seem
but
to
what
have
you're saying
forgotten
is noted.
too, where you seem to have forgotten too, is that this is a conversation for the masses, where others
Yes.
may be inspired to do that, and
Mhm.
where you could just say, "Wow, that's a great idea,"
I
instead of
could, but
going,
that's not who I
"I'm not going to
am.
do that."
I didn't say it was, dude. I said it was a good idea. I just said there were some potential pitfalls with that good idea,
Well,
as all good ideas have
thank you,
potential
Dave.
pitfalls.
Always prepared. That's what I'm going to call
Yes,
you.
I try to be. Sometimes I'm over prepared. That's why I
A little bit.
overthought yesterday, and I may be overthinking this one again today.
I
But
think
that's
you are.
just
I think you're
possibly,
seriously walking on
possibly.
about a quarter inch of ice. Yeah.
But no, not at all. Because I said do it yesterday. I was saying no. I don't. I was just saying just make your own kids breakfast.
Okay.
Anyway, and lunch. Anyway, Let's get into it. President Biden signed bipartisan legislation on Monday to finally end the U.S. national emergency response to the COVID-19 pandemic. This is weeks before it was set to expire in May. The measure passed the Senate in a 68-23 vote. Congratulations, President, and both Republicans and Democrats for agreeing on a piece of legislation nobody cares about or has been following for at least a year.
Okay.
But, at least they can get along. You know what? I'm gonna spin it back the other way.
Do that.
At least they can agree. At least they can agree on something.
I loved the
Which,
spin. I thought it was fantastic.
Better late than never.
Good job, Dave.
Moving on. Tech experts are calling for a suspension of artificial intelligence development. Elon Musk, along with several professional professors and researchers, are calling for AI labs to pause their most powerful AI systems, training on those systems for at least 6 months. This comes just weeks after ChatGPT-4 was released. The chatbot tool can draft lawsuits, pass standardized exams, and build a working website from just a simple hand-drawn sketch. Look, you wanted to put a pause on this, you should have done this about a decade ago at least. Okay, this isn't going anywhere. And actually, have you ever looked into that ChatGPT, what it can really do? And this was back in the early days. It could write a New York Times article.
Yeah.
In the style of the Times. All you got to do is give it a topic. You could use this now for a lot of your Muskegon Channel stuff. I mean, you got so much stuff out there.
Yeah.
Let's say you were to do an article on addiction.
Yeah.
It would do it for you.
I know.
In your style too. I mean, this stuff, you've got engineers. This is what gets really creepy. You've got engineers saying this technology isn't just it's alive. You're hearing engineers use the word this is a living thing by almost every estimation, or it's becoming a living thing. And that creeps the hell.
It should. And what should creep the hell out of you more is the idea that this can do this and it will replace things, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's continuing to take away work from people. And the idea is that people need to work to make money to drive the economy.
Right. That's not going to be the issue, though. The economy isn't even going to be the issue. And you getting replaced or me getting replaced or all that, because again, this is impact lawyers. Journalists gone. These are the educated. But here's
how can you say that the economy is not the issue then?
No. The biggest that's not because we'll be able to get our food and we'll be able to have everything. The issue is going to be what the hell are we going to do with ourselves?
Where are we going to get our food?
That's going to be the biggest. We're going to get the food. The food isn't the problem.
How are we going to pay for it? How are we going to pay for houses?
We're not going to have to. We're not going to have to because it's all going to be this is going to take over everything, including feeding us. We're not going to have to do anything.
I got news for you.
And that's going to be this is what, you're looking at it in the short term. Jobs are disappearing. That's not the worst thing. The worst thing is going to be, we're not going to have anything to do. Human beings are effectively going to become obsolete. Not just what are we and what happens to people when they don't have anything to do, when they don't have work? It happens to retired people a lot.
Yeah.
They die.
Yeah.
They retire, they play golf for a few years, and then they stroke out, get cancer or a heart attack. What's going to happen? You're going to get, it's going to happen at younger and younger. People are going to have nothing to do. You're going to be in your 20s, and what are you going to do? That fentanyl looks pretty good.
I'm going to tell you what, dude.
That's what's going to happen.
And before that happens,
that to me is the bigger.
The split is going to be the haves and the have-nots. And
no, we'll all be the same.
No, we won't.
It won't be the haves. The haves will be very, very few, very, very few, and it will just be and the haves may be the AI. That's who's going to be the haves.
I'm here to tell you,
make no mistake about this.
Dude,
go ahead.
Look at the way things have gone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, money has only gone up. Okay.
Yes.
Wealth has only gone up. Wealth has only gone to the top 1%.
Mm-hmm.
This is all in advance
Yes.
of this revolution where you think we're
Mm-hmm.
all going to get free food and free housing.
No, I didn't say this is a positive thing,
Right.
but
I'm
this
just
is what's
telling you that
going to happen.
this is the beginning of fourth world stuff all over the planet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes, 100%. But you're looking at it too small. I'm looking at it on a grander scale. We're not going to have anything to do. That's part of the problem. We're not going to have anything to do.
Okay.
And people are going to go crazy.
They're not
going
going
to
to
go
have
nuts.
money.
They're already going nuts. We're not, again, the issue isn't going to be us starving to death. The issue is going to be us not having to do a thing.
Okay.
We're all going to be drugged up and happy.
Okay.
And
sure.
we're not going to be. We're going to go nuts.
Okay.
You think it's going to, both of us see this going negative. We just see it going negative in two completely different ways. You think we're not going to have anything. I think the AI, I think this is going to, that's going to get figured out. I think the biggest issue is going to be, what are people even going through school for? I mean, at some point you're going to be questioning what you're doing. Why are you getting out of bed? What do you have to do?
We shall see.
Except do what makes you feel good.
Okay.
And that's what scares me. But anyway, hey, here's some good news. Muskegon County is receiving a multi-million-dollar grant to connect a daycare center to a municipal water supply in the county. The Hop Daycare on Holden Road was impacted by PFAS contamination. The $3.3 million grant will pay for a 6,000-foot extension of water main to connect to the county's water supply. An abandoned dump was the suspected source of the contamination. You don't want kids at a daycare drinking contaminated water. No. So that's good. Glad.
And I'll tell you this, that the Hop is right down the road from us, and it's a wonderful little daycare, and I love their frogs on their sign.
Cool. There you go. Tigers were off. Cubs win. They topped Seattle 3-2. It was Dallas skating past the Red Wings 6-1. That's sports.
Government ABCs for $600 today in Jeopardy. This one's another softball pitch for Dave because
I like the slow pitch.
I know you do. You like the easy stuff. You're the one that ought to be looking forward to AI when you get all your free money.
I make myself do hard things.
You can still sit around and watch
Here's the thing. I'll be fine.
No,
everybody else, it'll be hard. Everybody else,
you'll be sitting there watching your scrambled channels on Cinemax, just like you always do. I get it. All right. It's issued by the president. EO.
That would be an executive order.
Wow. Got yourself back to 29,000 flat in the hole. Look at you. Take yourself some credit, Dave.
When you hang those curvebs.
I loved it.
Hang those curveballs over the plate.
I'm like stunned with
amazing. That one still hasn't landed.
Well, that was the one that Bugs Bunny hit in that one cartoon.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. We'll see you back here tomorrow.
Welcome back, Muskegon. Hopefully you all enjoyed your weekend and enjoyed your Easter as well. And this week, weather-wise, will be the best week we've had in months. So let's look at your forecast brought to you by Trinity Health. The reason why the weather will be so nice is because we'll have an upper level ridge just amplifying over across the Great Lakes region, which means temperatures will continually warm until this weekend, where that blue area, which is a trough in the Pacific Northwest, moves into the Great Lakes area by Saturday, which will eventually cool us down early next week. But in the meantime, enjoy the best week of weather we've had in many months, probably since September or so. And then, like I said, a pattern change will occur this weekend as we'll become cooler and also more wet by the time we get to Saturday and Sunday. And then dry and mostly weather, though, is expected through at least early Saturday. Temperature-wise today will warm into the low to mid 60s, warmer away from the lake, which is usual this time of year, as the lake takes a very long time to warm up, so anywhere near the lake will be substantially cooler in the upper 50s. So for your Tuesday, expect a high of 63 with partly cloudy skies. We'll see a little bit more cloud cover than we will for later in the week. And then overnight tonight we'll have a low of 48, so a pretty warm night with partly cloudy skies sticking around. And unfortunately, like I said, a pattern change isn't coming on Saturday. This is the latest 8 to 14 day temperature outlook, which shows temperatures all of next week below normal. So instead of the 60s and 70s we'll see this week, next week will be cooler, likely in the 50s most of the time. So enjoy the warmth while it lasts. So you can see that pattern change on the 7-day forecast, with Sunday and Monday having temperatures in the 40s and also 50s. Monday into Sunday may also have a very tiny chance of snow depending on how cold we get, but none of that would stick to the ground, thankfully. But in the meantime, enjoy the sunny weather we'll have and temperatures warming into the 70s by this coming Friday. And that's your Tuesday forecast, brought to you by Trinity Health on the Muskegon channel. And I'm Colt Woods Weather, and enjoy this week and go outside.